Well, hello, friends. It is the TexAgs Rewind presented by Yeti. Luke Evangelist with me, and, of course, Ethan Jones, our stats junkie, and you've got a stat to tell the people.
I do. So through 5 games this season, we have outgained our opponents 4 out of those 5 games. Last year, it was completely reversed. We were outgained in 4 out of the 5 games. So another stat showing how much better we've been this year.
And last year, they lost to Bama on the last play of the game. This year, they win
on the last play of the game.
I hope it doesn't go. I can't.
Actually, let's say they win by like 20. Let's go with that.
That would be great. Luke, what was your favorite part of the show today?
Definitely Jamie. I'll let you pick your favorite one.
Jamie McCoy or Jamie Morrison. They were both
Jamie.
Great. And we kept it real with our good friend Jordan Pugh, who always keeps it real. Chris Stewart, the Alabama, not the voice, but he's one of the top broadcasters there for Alabama. He joined the program. And we had to do a little Charean Williams, Aggies in the NFL, that and more here on the Rewind.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of tough because we kind of had a bunch of guys kind of have good days, and I hate not to mention Josh Reynolds, who was really good on Thursday night, 3 catches, 69 yards, and Myles Garrett, who had another sack and 3 quarterback hits, who's just playing awfully well. But they in Ryan Tannehill too, they won 240 yards and a touchdown, but they didn't play as well as the other 3 I'm going to mention. Third, we're going to say Justin Matabuke had a sack, 2 tackles, 2 quarterback hits for the Ravens. Played really well. He is playing really well. Number 2, haven't mentioned his name yet this year. Unusual. Christian Kirk, 8 catches, 84 yards. Had a good day for the Jaguars. And you mentioned number 1. He may stay up there for most of the year. Devon Achane, however he wants to pronounce his name, he can do that. Leading the AFC in rushing, he had 8 carries, only 8 carries, 101 yards, another 2 touchdowns, 3 catches, 19 yards. And he's only scored touchdowns in 2 games, but most touchdowns for a rookie in his first 4 games in NFL history. So
did he even play in the first game?
I think we're going to talk about him a lot. I don't think he scored the first game.
I don't think. Did he even play?
Had 2 touches the first
he
game.
did play. He had 2 touches.
You're saying he played. He didn't play, and then he had 2 touches. He had a catch and a rush in the
second
first
game.
2 games.
Right.
Yes, correct.
So he's leading the AFC in rushing. He's leading the AFC in rushing in basically 2 games.
Correct. Yep, he sure is. He's doing what he's doing. So he's got a shot. You know, I think Puka. With the Rams, with what he's doing, he's setting all kinds of receiving records for rookie receivers. Devon's going to have a really, really special season to keep Puka from getting Offensive Rookie of the Year, but he's going to be in the conversation for sure.
This is why you recruit the way that Jimbo does. This is why we got the stadium and the facilities that we do. Everybody's going to play a part this weekend, from the 12th man being as loud as they can to everybody just making it a hostile environment for them. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll be there. I'm going to be there early. I'll be tailgating, and hopefully I'm celebrating a win on Northgate afterwards.
I love it, Jamie. Let me ask you this. When's the last time you can tell me, like a year or maybe a part of a season, that you felt this good about A&M football? Is it the 2020 season? Is it maybe after the Bama game and what you thought they could do the rest of the way? When's the last time you felt this good? And maybe the last time you felt this good heading into the Bama game?
Oh, man, last time was probably that 2020 season. And the reason I say I feel so good now is our offense is not stagnant. Even though Connor's out and Max is our guy, I feel like we have the potential threats with our receivers to air it out. We got the potential to run the ball. And the thing that lets me know that this is a different game is the spread is under 3. Bama has typically always been favored in this game, but it's typically been a touchdown, 7.5, 10, or plus, whatever it's been. But the fact that they got it at plus 2.5 lets me know that even the boys in Vegas know this is going to be a dogfight. A&M is not a pushover team. We have a home field advantage that we plan to take advantage of. And I'm hoping it doesn't come down to who has the ball last, which it has the last 2-3 years. But if it comes down to that, I'm ready for it. It's going to be a war. I hope these guys are ready for war. Get the eye black out, put the kids to bed early, get a babysitter, hey, we need all hands on deck. It's going to be a good weekend this Saturday.
I want you to explain to our audience where that confidence comes from, because it's not just because of the way they've won these games. There's more to it. So take it away from there.
Well, you got to look at it. So we've been stacking recruiting classes on top of each other for years now, right? Top 5, there's really not a big difference between number 1 and number 5. It's 1 or 2 guys, right? As far as 4 or 5 star ratings. You've been stacking talent, which means you've been creating depth, all right? The first thing is we had a quarterback. Connor went down, but we had a quarterback who was seasoned, a quarterback who's played in the SEC, a quarterback who has experience on the field. So now we're stable at that position. You look at overall, I said it at the beginning of the year, I think we have the best receiving core in the country that nobody's talking about. You look at what we've done offensively with the 3 backs that we have. All 3 backs can be starters, but all 3 backs are effective in what we do offensively. Our offensive line has grown. It was trial by fire last year, right? But now you look at what we've done with the offensive line, and the maturation process that they have, bringing Petrino in, the way that he moves the pocket, the way that he manipulates the play calling in order to set up other plays. I think that's a factor. When you look at what we do defensively, everything begins and ends with the D-line. I don't care how talented you are in the back or you are in the linebacker position. If you don't have that front, it means nothing. So you look at the 2 deep that we have on the D-line. You look at the type of players that we have with the size, the speed, the physicality, how they create chaos up front. You're looking at the 14 sacks in 2 games. It's starting to click, okay? Now, I just think overall, when it comes to a pure talent standpoint, I think we have collected the talent, we have utilized and developed the talent, and now I think you're starting to see it transition now onto the field where there's wins now, and you're seeing it in different ways. Whether it's adverse situations through games, when you're looking at, we go back to the Miami game, we talk about are there fixable situations. A lot of the stuff that you saw on film are guys just out of position or easy fixes that Miami took advantage of at that time. We've corrected those up to this point.
A different team that played Texas. Do you feel like if that game was played again, it would feel different?
I do, and that doesn't mean that they even necessarily win the ball game. And I say that not because of Alabama, but out of respect for Texas. I think they're very good. I think they're good enough to play for the whole thing if they can manage being in a position that they haven't been in a long time. It's one thing to do it the first half of the year, but once you're clearly one of those top teams and you know what you can be and everybody else knows it and they're coming after you week after week, that's something I think is still to be found out. But Alabama's definitely better, definitely more confident. I think they've got a chance to build that confidence because this is the best team that Alabama will have faced, in my opinion, easily since the Horns. And that's no shot at Ole Miss, but that's just the level of respect I have for A&M. I think they're very good. And certainly if they win this ball game, then they're in a position to be in the conversation again as a potential playoff team. Because I think anybody in the West that wins with 1 loss on your overall record is a candidate for the playoff. And of course, once you get to Atlanta, you got to do something there probably. But I think they are that good. And this game is easily one that will put the winner in much better position and probably the driver's seat for the SEC Western Division crown.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Nick Savage has an announcement for the people.
I got a fun stat for the people.
Okay.
Within the last 3 months, our YouTube been going crazy. I think plus about 1,500, almost 2,000 subscribers. So let's make it 3,000. How about that? Keep going up.
Look, I hate to be that guy, but I'm never satisfied. We're not stopping at 11,000, whatever we're at. We need
just
to
got to give the people a goal.
Here's the goal. 100,000. I mean, there's other college football shows.
100 million.
I mean, 100 million
Let's
sounds
become
good.
the most subscribed to YouTube channel in the world.
Stats guy, how long would it take, Ethan, to get 100 million subscribers on YouTube if we're at 11,000 and it's taken us, since I've been here, 2 years?
Oh, Lord, that's going to be a long time. But just think about it. A&M Stadium holds 100,000 people. There's 70,000 students on campus. Every year, all the students are required to subscribe to TexAgs every single year.
Intern project. Luke, everybody, you're going to go talk to every person at Kyle Field on Saturday. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.